Hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to use the hammer, how to use hammer in Anarchy Arcade. To start with, starting with using hammer is actually pretty simple in some ways. So you start in the main menu. So this is the main menu if you start the game for the first time, or when you switch maps and stuff. So how you do it is you go to the map section in Anarchy Arcade. You get to you see this tab, the level designer tab. You head to the level designer tab. Now this is where basically where all the maps you have built will be. So how you start. So I have a couple of maps that I've built already, but let's just say when you start it'll just be probably only one thing. There'll be this thing here, create new project. Once your thing is on create new project, press the launch hammer button. It'll tell you to type your project name here. Now you can't, when creating your name, you can't put any spaces or anything like that. To replicate a space, you type in an underscore or whatnot. For this example, let's just say hammer example. Once you've got example, I just hammer underscore example. Okay, got that? Got that. Okay, next. Press create and launch hammer. It will immediately load up hammer. This is where you'll be building your world or your map, whatnot. My version hammer, since it has a lot of stuff in it, it will probably take it less time than mine is, but yeah. Okay, so this is what you'll start with. You'll start with this preset. So this preset will be what everyone starts with. You can do whatever you want with this preset. It's mostly there for the kind of beginners to use. So you've got your lighting. Let me wait just a little bigger. There we go. So you got your lighting, stuff like windows if you want to build a house, and your different materials of what you can use. And you can modify this map to your own extremes. But let's just say we start with something basic. Now you can hammer is used with pretty much a lot of the source games, so if you want to know how to do something, you can easily look it up online. But let's just start with something simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to this section here. This is where all your textures are gonna be, and it's kind of one of the main things in the program. So you press browse, and it will load up a bunch of textures. Pretty much every single texture, all the textures that you have inside Anarchy Arcade. So I have a lot. but let's just say we'll start with wood. So you can see here, see the current texture is just wood. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So this person here, this is going to be your spawn where you appear. It may sound like it. You may already know this, but I'm just saying just in case. So this is going to be your spawn, so this is where you will appear. You can move this spawn to wherever you want, but for this I will start here. So easy way of doing it is really, you can kind of say, some people might say it's tricky, some people might say it's simple, but what I'm basically going to do is just place the square down. It will show where the square is, and I can modify it. So each of these grids show a different position. So this is top down, this is top down, this is the front. So you're seeing from down to top down, side, top down, front of the map from a position, and this is from the side. So what I can then do is I can then manipulate and change it to whatever I want. So you can kind of notice over here, this grid, this highlight overlay square will show what it's going to look like. So then, how do I get this to appear? Simple. Find your press the enter button on your keyboard. The object is the block is now here. Now you can continue to change the object to whatever you want. And you can change it to whatever you want. You can make it bigger, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. And what I will do is I will just kind of show kind of like an example. So this is going to be the floor. Okay, so we have got this floor, but we don't have any walls or a door. Now we have this door frame that we can use. You can choose to use it if you want to, but you can decide not to. So whatever you want. I recommend to use what you have until how do I put it? I recommend to use it until you want to do something better. Now we have a door frame. And we can choose to do whatever we want really with this. Now, how do we build a wall? Well, let's just say we want to, let's say, how do we make it the same texture as this? It will take a really long time to search through this, the texture things, find it. Well, there is a way. This button here, if you look over here, there is a button here, toggle texture application. Or you can press Shift A. So we select this, we go to this menu. This is where you kind of get all the information about how the different materials work. If we select this, it gives us the material. And once we selected that, it appears on our menu. So then what I can do is if we go to our top down, then what we can do is we can build a wall. We can choose to modify it to whatever we want. And now we have a wall. And let's just say, oh, it will take a really long time to do this kind of things. If you select one of the objects, you can, if you press Control and C, and then you highlight your mouse over where you want it and press Control V, it will copy and it will paste the object. Won't be exact, but it'll be in a location that will probably be its best. Now you can move. So as you can see, I'm moving the object and I am manipulating it to where I want. If you want to mess around with this later, I will be uploading the this hammer file into. I will be uploading this hammer file with the map along with this video, so you can modify the world to whatever you can. Okay. So let's just say you want to see this in game. Those way of things. If you go to this way of doing that, if you go to File up here, you go down to Run Map. Click on Run Map, and you'll get to this menu. I recommend that these options should be enabled, but in case they are not, Run BSP should be on normal, Run Viz should be on normal, and Run RAD should be on normal. If this is not ticked, make sure this is ticked. I repeat, this should be ticked. The game should not run after compiling. So after these settings are all done, just press OK. It will start to execute. Might take some time, but if things are to go well, then the map should have been compiled. Now, after the map's compiled, you can go back. If you go back to Anarchy Arcade, it will redirect to this menu always. Just go to if you press the main menu button here, it will tell you. Anarchy Arcade will know that you have opened this project. They'll say, do you want to load the mapping game now? Press load my map. Might take some time for it to load, but once it's loaded, here we go. So this is what, hang on, I don't have, this is what the map looks like in game. Everything, we got the wall, we got the door, we got everything. Now, here's a question. What if I go back and decide to change something? If you pause, if you go back to the main menu, you note this. This appears, this should show when you are running the map, when you have loaded the map up from the level designer. And if you want to reload the map, you want to load, let's say you go back to Hammer and on another day and you decide, oh, I want to look at this map again. Click on, it might load up like this, but you just click on this side button down, head to the map you want and click launch Hammer, and it will immediately load back in to Hammer. But let's just say you decide, oh, I want to make a change here and add another wall. Same thing as before. Make your changes. It's usually recommended to save. Click run that map. Make sure all these are the same. Click OK. Depending on your computer, it might take a long time or it might be quick. This is also dependent on what's in the map itself. You can leave once the map is compiled, and if the Anarchy Arcade is still loading and this is here, click reload. And look, there's the wall. And that is how to build a map in Anarchy Arcade. Yeah. Okay. So enjoy Hammer. Yeah.